Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are.
Happy time
Um,
zone.
yes, happy time zones. We are at the Storytellers Hearth writing weekend relay, and this is stream number 5. My name is Morgan Lee. If you do not know me, I am an indie author of dark fantasy. I have 2 books out so far. First 2 in a dark fantasy trilogy. I'm currently working on a middle grade horror novel. And yeah, that is me. So I will go ahead and let my co hosts introduce themselves. Laura.
Hi,
Oh.
I'm Laura Nettles. I write horror, I write uh, erotic romance, I write all sorts of things. I am here. It's 5 a.m. Um, but I did catch up on homework last night. So the homework that's due today, I turned in last night at like almost midnight. Um, so, and started working on my paper that's due May 16th or something like that. So yeah, it's for intro to psych class, but I will figure out what I'm working on today. I'll figure it out because I work after this.
All right.
And I'm Annika. I write YA contemporary and poetry, and I rarely make YouTube videos about writing too. So I think my channel is linked below.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right. Let us say hi to our friends in the chat. Eva is here. Hello, Eva. Crystal's cluster. Good morning. Didn't wake up as early as I wanted, but I'm here and ready for words. Nice. Richard is here. Hello, Richard. And Sarah's here, and Lisa's here, and Andrea's here. This is me saying technical difficulties, but we are here now. Um, Randy is here, and writer Ash, hello and good morning. So, everyone,
I
let
don't
us know how your Storytellers Hearth weekend is going so far, and what you're going to be working on in the chat. Feel free to let us know. Um, Mine's going pretty good so far. I wrote 4,500 words yesterday in my middle grade, so that was nice. Um, I didn't set any like concrete goals. I just wanted to write a lot of words in my middle grade. So I think I'm achieving that goal.
Very nice.
Did you have any?
Well, yesterday I got off of the wait list and into the class for one of the classes for my certificate I'm going for. So yesterday was basically a mad dash of get that code entered in, get into the class, and see what's going on. Find the textbook, order the textbook, and do the homework that was due the next day. So, uh, yeah, so I did that, and I did my intro to library science classwork. So I'm caught up for the week, which is good because it's Saturday. So, yeah, but I can actually do something else now today. I can write, gasp. I'm not sure what I'm gonna write on or in, so we'll see. I have 13 short stories / flash fictions that I need to work on, but I also want to read and watch things. I have a problem.
Not a problem. It's fine.
I set myself a goal of writing 7,000 words and translating 10,000, but it's not going well I would have hoped. So I took my goal down a bit, and now it's writing 5,000 words this weekend.
Okay.
which is still pretty much.
Where are you at so far in the writing? How many do you have?
I have written during the last 3 streams. I have written. Hold on, let me check. 1,382 words. But
Nice.
That's good.
I've only started during the stream 3 because that's when I woke up for today. And I also slept for the break between streams 3 and 4.
Nice. I think you can reach that goal. You said translating,
so
so you
too.
translate into like what language?
I'm translating one of my novels from Finnish to English.
Oh. I wonder how, that's probably a lot of work, isn't it? Translating it.
Well, it depends. It could be, but I'm using the translate feature on the Google Docs, and then I'll just need to check the translation and fix any errors.
Okay.
So it's not that much work. It's much work, but it's quick work.
Okay. Yay for technology. Because I was thinking you had to go in sentence by sentence and like
Luckily not, because
translate it
I
out.
couldn't do that.
Let's see. Lisa says I've been super productive. I've got a personal thing to do during the stream. Also need to take pills, eat, and possibly do my hair care routine. And I've been working on these 3 big lists. I've got one done, and the second one I'm 2/3 through. So I'd like to work on that. Awesome. Yay for progress. Eva's back. It didn't start playing for me. Hello, Eva. Let's see. Crystal is working on my high-ish paranormal fantasy romantic tragedy prequel today. Didn't take part in the write-a-thon yesterday. Was way too sleepy after supper. Thanks for being here so early. You're welcome. It's cold as heck, but it's also a big egg hunt at the local park, so I got to bundle up in a couple of hours. Until then, we write. Fun. Randy's going to video edit, at least for the first sprint, while the brain cell wakes up.
The singular brain cell.
Singular brain cell. The Foggy author is here. Hello. How are you? Edit while the brain wakes up. That's skills. Yes, I can't. And I see Andrea is working on outline on the work in progress that I've been avoiding for the last year. And Sarah is still re-outlining. Have figured out Act 1, I think. Now on to Act 2. Nice. It's a bold assumption on my behalf that there's even one brain cell.
You might be sharing it with someone.
Yeah. I think AuthorTube. We all share one.
That's possible. Highly likely.
Alrighty. So let us start with the 30-minute sprint. I'm going to remove this timer and get our sprint timer going. Oh, buttons. Share screen. Oh wait, there's more comments. Oh, now my screen's so small I can't read it. Okay. Only one. They do say that writing is a lonely thing, but at least share it with someone. To whoever sharing my brain cell, I'm sorry, or you're welcome. The single brain cell gets a lot of mileage. It does. It goes far.
Traveling all over the world.
Yeah.
Can I time share that brain cell for the sprint? Sure. Hold
Not
on
the
now.
timeshare.
Just want to verbalize my starting point on list 2, starting at row 989. Need to get to 1498. Huh? How long is this list?
Is this rows of
Thousands of
crochet
things.
or?
I was thinking like rows in an Excel spreadsheet, but I don't know. What is the rows? What?
It
I've been
might
hearing
be.
about Lisa's rows for 2 streams now, and I still don't know what they represent. So I'm curious to find out if Lisa wants to share with us.
Yes. All right. Let us get started. 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting. Hope the brain cell gives you some words.
I surrender it.
we are back from our first sprint. How did you do? I have to count my words.
I wrote a little Easter horror drabble thingamajigger.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's called
Hold on,
Voyeuristic
I'll track
Offering.
my words.
How much did you say?
I said that, hold on, I'll track my words to tell you. I got 111 words and figure
Nice.
out how to do the banner thing on StreamYard that you have also, where you have the question, because I decided I want to do that for my stream tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So I had to figure out how to do that. Now I need to figure out some questions to write into the banner.
I just Googled questions. And I was like, oh, this seems like a good question. So yes, I put up a question on the banner if you didn't see. So we'll talk about that as soon as we give updates. I wrote 397 and took my dog outside and heated up my coffee again. That was me. I'm scrolling back in the chat. So Lisa clarified her list. It is Excel, not knitting. So that's a lot of things to do.
Mm-hmm.
I thought my to-do lists were long. And Gwenna's here. I don't think I said hello, but hello, Gwenna. And Randy, she said, brain cell co-owner here. I was using it to stare at the ceiling last night. My bad. I'll return it. And Christian is here. Hello. Getting coffee and feeding kids breakfast during that sprint. Madam Traffic Jam. If you have a name you would like us to call you, please let us know. Doing some day job stuff, and then hope to write some. Goal for this weekend is to completely rewrite chapter 7 of my almost finished work in progress, because it turned out a lot of issues could be solved there. Nice. Hopefully you can get that done. Foggy Author went to lunch. We'll be back soon. Awesome. And then that's the answer to the question. I'll come back to that. List update for Lisa on row 1186. Seems like great progress to me. Got a bunch of day job stuff done. Are starting to itch in anticipation of getting to write soon. Yay. Eve says, I saw the same big bird in my yard again. I thought it was a hawk, as it was larger than the falcons I had seen. But after this morning's sighting, I think it may be a bald eagle. Ooh.
Nice.
Eagle sighting. The sun is bright, though, so I need another sighting to confirm it wasn't just the sun. Big old bird, though. Majestic. But yeah. Randy did a little bit of video editing, but mainly just spent that sprint clearing out old footage I already edited. Nice. Crystal got 166 words, changed over the laundry, and watched a video while I woke up. Awesome. Zara's here. Late, but here. Lovely to have you here. Sarah says the annoying thing about moving plot points around is trying to also move the related conversations and still have everything make sense. Yeah. That is annoying. Okay, question. So describe your current work in progress, or at least one of your works in progress, in 3 words or less. What would I say? I didn't even think about my own question.
I just put in a few of my whips.
I guess spooky.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
I had other words, now I forgot them. Spooky town. I don't know. Spooky town, friends. I don't know. Let's go through it. Annika, what are yours?
I decided my 3 words are, hold on, let me check. Horses, disability, and sequel.
Nice.
I went with more concrete things that appear largely, or that like have a major role in the story.
Like it. I should have started the comments. Now I'm lost. Okay, here's the first one. Andrea said Unholy Trinity for her work in progress.
Nice.
Markin's cat. I don't think I said hello. Hello. Escape, aviators, and desolation.
What does desolation mean?
Desolation.
Ruined.
Huh?
Okay.
Like a landscape that's pretty barren.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
Scrolling. Randy says adorable and traumatic.
Sounds so
Sounds
Randy.
like something I would like to read.
Yeah. Crystal, heartbreak, vampires, and destiny. Ooh, I like that too. Eva says my mother's life. Nice. Or option B, generational girl trauma.
Nice.
And Laura said for the erotic dark academia, icy dark fantasy.
No, one is erotic dark academia. The second whip is icy dark fantasy. The third one is seaside Lovecraftian carnival.
Nice. I like seaside Lovecraftian carnival. That sounds fun. Childhood trauma manifested. Elaborate gothic drag. Spanish moss zombies. Oh,
I like the Spanish moss zombies.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Paranormal throuple agreement. They all sound lovely. 4 is vampires. Interesting.
Nice.
Let's see. 3 words: self-discovery, cheating, and hospice. Oh. All of your words are so intriguing. WIPB, mystery, ghosts, and kids. That could kind of go for mine too. My middle grade that I'm writing. It could also mean like really devastated mood in regards to desolation.
Okay. I learn something new every day.
Sarah says fate, belonging, and darkness. I love some darkness. Lisa says trauma, family, and murder. Nice. Or alternatively, family trauma kills. Fun question. Yay, I liked it. Option C, repeatedly breaking cycles. And he says, yeah, send me that to read, Morgan, in middle grade. Okay. I'm having fun writing it.
Yay.
Yeah.
Writing is supposed to be fun most of the time. Sometimes it sucks, but most of the time it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah. I've been like knee deep in revising, so it's kind of, I love revising. but at times it gets a little soul sucking, and I just want to write a new story and have fun again. So
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
middle grade has been fun.
I'm the type of person who would love to revise over and over and over and never start a new one, because
Mm.
I have currently in the revision stage. I have one project that I love it. It's like my favorite thing I've ever written, and I would love to read it over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
But I needed to start drafting something new. So while the first one rests, so I started a sequel for that.
Nice. I mean, I get stuck in revision to where I start to hate the story.
No.
And I just keep like revising it, and I'm like, I just want to be done. I'm so sick of these characters. But then I come back and I read it, and I'm like, oh, this is really nice. But
To be
yeah,
completely honest,
then
this is the
I just
first
want to
time
be
I'm revising anything.
done.
Ah.
So I haven't done that much.
Mm. Is this like the first book that you finished, or have you finished other stuff and just haven't revised?
I have finished other stories but never revised them because
Mm.
they haven't been anything that I want to publish.
Okay,
Mhm.
makes sense.
But this one I would like to publish someday, so need to revise it and rewrite it.
Nice. I only just managed to condense my story down to 2 sentences, and now you asked for just 3 words. Great exercise. Yeah. I've been doing more in-person, like, book selling events, so I've had to learn the art of telling people what my story is about really quickly. And I'm trying to get better at that. Because coming up with a pitch, I'm like, I don't know. Just read the back of the book, see if you like it. Writing in general is a roller coaster of self-doubt, self-loathing, and indescribable genius. True.
Yes.
Pretty apt.
The 3 words for writing: doubt, self-loathing. Well, that's more than 3 words, but you get what I mean. Okay. Ready for another sprint?
Brilliance,
Yeah, sure.
imposter, prey. That's how you write.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move that one. We're gonna do a longer one.
Thought you were full of cheese, Attica. I was like, oh, that's a good cheese pull.
No, it's not cheese. It's yarn.
Dang it.
I don't really like cheese.
I think I'm hungry.
I need to probably get breakfast too.
Same.
Okay, so 45 minutes for this stream or sprint.
Yeah.
I will probably get breakfast while we stream. Oh, I'm not sharing. Why is it not showing? Hold up.
Maybe it's loading.
Oh, I didn't pick add to stage. Okay, there it is.
Oh, Crystal has a cat now.
I have this question when sad people die. I love it. All right, 45 minutes on the clock. Let's make it count. Happy sprinting, friends. We are back from.
Hello to you too.
Hi.
We're back from our second sprint. How did you do? I don't know how I
Good.
did.
I am working on making a vampire zine.
Nice.
Yeah.
I decided I've got enough of writing for this time, so I switched to translating, and I translated 831 words, and
Very
well, I
nice.
checked the translation for that much, and then I prepped for my stream, which is the stream 10 tomorrow.
Cool.
Awesome. I wrote 301 words. I did not go get breakfast like I should have.
Oh, I ate breakfast.
What'd you have?
An everything bagel
I have some of those. I should eat that.
with cream cheese. And I have cranberry apple juice.
Yum. Okay. Let's see what we missed in chat. Jessica came in. Hello. And then we were trying to figure out a name for someone who takes care of a horse. To which Eva says, horse sitter is a real word. Back in the 70s, my mom owned a horse, but not land. It was cheaper to own horses back then. She stabled it at a local place, meant just for that, and horse sitters watched over the horses. So you could use horse sitter.
So is a horse sitter someone who's not paid? Because that's my question. I know words for paid people who take care of horses, but I don't know any words for people who take care of horses unpaid. Because that's what I'm looking for.
Is there a reason the person's not paid?
Yeah, because it's their hobby. Like, they don't own a horse, but they want to take care of one specific horse. So they go to a riding school where, yeah, but they volunteer their time just because they like it. Yeah, Sarah has a point in chat. I could use volunteer.
Oh, yeah. Fairgrounds is what the place is called now. I think that was from the barking. Let's see. Got 600 words written. Very happy about that. Nice. Now I'm untangling the mess in chapter 7. And Crystal got 300 words. More laundry done. It's very hard to write while doing laundry. Yes, it is. Mars is here. I don't know if I said hello. Hi, Mars. I acquired coffee and hung out with my pup. Nice. I didn't write, I'll tell you that much, says Eva. Jessica painted the bookmarks. They started last night. That sounds fun. Mars pulled the document up. Nice. Volunteer is unpaid. Unpaid apprentice. I don't know horses. I don't either, Zara. I wish I did. I don't.
I know horses. I don't know them in English.
Let's see. Where I live, it's not uncommon for people to take in a horse they don't own and pay for its food, etc., just for the joy of taking care of it and getting to ride it, etc.
Yeah, that's not exactly what I meant, but that's similar. I know that's at least in Finland that's called renting a horse. But I don't know in this case that I'm looking for the word for, they're not renting the horse, they're not paying anything, they just pay in labor, kinda. like do some work to get permission to ride the horse.
Mm. Okay. Randy went back to video editing, and now under 20 minutes left to do. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people don't want to sell their horse just because they're too busy for a couple of years, and not everyone can pay for one.
Yeah.
Randy said I know nothing about horses, but all I can think of is horse intern. Let's see. Made 15-minute timers for my stream at noon because I realized I didn't have one. Nice. Miss Sarah says restructuring sucks. That is all. Yep.
I get that.
Is it a finance course or interning at a Fortune 500 company? Does the horse offer college credit? Yes.
It offers exposure.
All right. I asked a second question in the chat, or not in the chat, on the screen. Which character from your books do you relate to the most, and why or how? But before we answer, Zara had to answer to the first question, which was describing her work in progress in 3 words or less, and that was rom-com, identity, and shenanigans. Like it. So my answer for the second question is I feel like most of my characters I feel like there's like a theme going through all of my characters of like figuring out who they are and if they are who everybody says they are or who they say they are, like an identity journey that I feel like mirrors my personal life. So that's all I could think of for my own question. What about you guys?
Possibly the main character of my middle grade, because the bending of what's real, what's not real, being unsure. I feel that. So his is more dreams, mine was more hallucinations. So just the trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
I feel like I relate most to 2 of my main characters from different stories. I relate to Annie, who is the main character of my current WIPs, whips, because we have the same disabilities and similar interests. But I also relate to Melpomene, who is one of the main characters in my series of short stories, because she started out as a self-insert.
Nice. Let us go through the chat. Eva says, I'll never say, but those who know will know. Scrolling. Where am I?
Hopefully on Earth.
Huh?
Hopefully you're on Earth.
Yeah. Sadly. Female main character of my current work in progress because she's Chinese in America and a workaholic. I'm trying to get better. Sarah says, is it bad that I don't ever really relate to any of my own characters? I don't think so. They may share some of my quirks, but I feel they're quite different from who I think I am.
I try to make my characters different from who I am as a person in reality, but sometimes more of my parts sneak into the character than I was intending.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I like to give parts of myself to a specific character, but make them different enough so that it doesn't seem like a self-insert.
Yeah. I don't think I ever do it intentionally, but like somehow like when I read back my stories, I'm like, oh, I could see like aspects like of myself in a majority of my characters.
And at least for me, because I write in first person, so it's easiest for me to write in a way that the main character who's telling the story represents me and has similar thought process to me.
Zara says, Morgan, that's what my characters are doing too. Am I who I am or what people see me as? Yeah, that's been the story of my life. Let's see. None of them in my current draft, but there's a minor character struggling with depression that is inspired by my own experiences, especially being judged and not understood by others. Eva says, tap the like button if you like it here. Yes. I wasn't here from intros. Annika, where are you from? Love your accent, says Sarah.
I'm from Finland.
Nice. Randy says maybe Iggy, but that might be a stretch. They're all either too optimistic or too traumatized. Crystal says, I don't know if I relate to my characters. I joked once saying Elizabeth was my self-insert, but the more I think about it, the more I feel like I don't. I have her independence, but that's it.
By the way, I want to say thank you to author Zara Hoffman for saying they like my accent, because I feel like my speaking in English is porridgey.
I like it. Mm-hmm.
But thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Vera says this current character is the closest to me than any other before. Michael's here. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? Writer Ash says, I have an ensemble cast that I realize that my characters are all the embodiment of my current fears. This novel is very hard for me to write for that particular reason. Yeah, I'm sure that it's probably hard. It made me realize this rom-com needs to be first person. I had started out of third in habit. Boo.
Boo.
Yeah. I tend to gravitate toward first person. But this book is in third that I'm writing now, so that's a switch for me. We're seen differently by so many people. I'd imagine all my characters are me, if that's what you're looking for. And Eva said, do you feel like your speaking English is what? She missed the last part of what you said.
I said porridgey. I don't know if that's actually a word you use in English, but it's a direct translation. It means like porridgey, like it's like sticky and the words aren't enunciated correct or like enough. so that like the words stick together.
Okay. There it says, "You're welcome." I missed the last part. Oh, yeah. I was telling my son you were from Finland. He's fascinated with geography. I just ordered him a globe I saw on Kate's stream and some little pins that are each nation's flag. You know, so many flags. Obsessed. Love it.
I used to be able to name all the countries in the world, and that was my big flex for a while. I'm not able to do that anymore, but I used to be able to do that in like when I was maybe 16 or 15 or 17 or something like that.
Nice.
I'm not good with geography. Well, I'm not great with geography. I'm okay.
Yeah, that's not my strong suit.
Eva said, sloppy and clumsy. I think I feel ya. Your English is very good, though. Annika.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I feel like if I'm getting understood, then it's good enough.
Yep. Somewhere between slurred and staccato.
Yeah. Slurred is one word you could use for porridged.
He's self-teaching himself such things. He's only 8. I've learned from him at this point.
Nice.
That's fun. Did Finland have the Animaniac song? Like from the show?
What?
Yeah.
Anime.
They have a song that lists every country.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember now. Now the theme song is in my head.
Is it the song where they just list all the world's countries?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, now I know what we're talking about.
So my headphones are about to die. They're yelling at me to charge them. And I'm falling asleep. So I'm going to take a nap before I get ready for work.
Okay.
That sounds a good idea. Sounds like a good idea.
All right. You want to do an outro?
Sure. I'm Lauren Nettles. Normally I'm a little bit more put together than this. But it was 5 a.m. So whatever. Yeah, I am working on many things. I'm just now putting together a vampire zine. I want to have a table at a zine fest around here in a little couple months. I'm working on putting together Tiny Shivers 2, and hopefully that will be out in October. So, yeah, that's me.
Yay. Well,
Bye.
well, Laura.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. We should sprint again. Tiny Shivers 2? What? Yes, she's working on Tiny Shivers 2. Title to be determined. Let's see. I need to pull up another timer. We will do a 35-minute sprint. Wait, 90 minutes of sprinting. I did, how many did I do? 45 was 30.
You did 45 and 30. I'm
How much is
keeping
that?
track. That's 75 minutes.
Okay.
So we technically need 15 more.
Okay, cool. We'll do 35, and then we'll chat at the end, and then people will have time to go over to the next one.
Yeah, the next one is break 1. So
break.
Lots of chatting there.
Cool. So should we do more than 35? How much do you want to sprint?
I don't really care at this point. As long as I get some words translated, I'm fine with any.
Okay. We will do 35. Cat Paws here. Hello. Good morning, all. To the question, they have aspects of me, good and bad, some embarrassing, and some wishful thinking or idealized.
Yeah.
Only need 15 more. Let's do, I don't, what number is that? 100,000?
Yeah, 100,000. Maybe not that much. We don't have that much time.
Nope. 35 will let me take a nice outside walk. Nice.
That's
sounds
good.
good. All right. So 35 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting, everyone.
Let's go.
See you in 35. that was our final sprint for this stream. How did everybody do? Let me.
I'm just checking how did I do.
I wrote 112. I was a little distracted. I was kind of scrolling through that sprint.
I translated 1,289 words.
Nice. Got a lot of stuff done.
Yeah.
Let's see. Asking about American comfort foods. Are you gonna go with mac and cheese?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with mac and cheese. I originally thought I was going to go with mac and cheese, but I just wanted to check if someone had better suggestions.
All I could think of was mac and cheese.
Yeah, because that's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about American food.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Yeah, especially like comfort food. I think of mac and cheese, or I think of gravy. Like biscuits and gravy, or like chicken pot pie if you want a dinner meal.
Is gravy similar to brown sauce?
I don't know. What's brown sauce?
Brown sauce is where you take a little bit of flour and make it brown with butter, and then you put water in it. Is gravy similar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we have like different kinds of gravy. Like there's white gravy, like country gravy, where you add like pepper. I don't know how you make. Yeah, you just add pepper, like black pepper, and then there's brown gravy and there's chicken gravy. So
okay,
a lot of different types of gravy.
Yeah.
Americans like gravy.
Okay. Another question. What do you mean by biscuits? Because I don't think you mean the cookies.
It's like bread. Breakfast bread. Okay. I don't know.
Okay.
So biscuits is I think, well, what we call biscuits. I don't know what they would call them in another part of the world. Maybe scones?
Evatian said crumbly bread rolls, kinda.
Yeah.
And Sarah said more like savory scones. So I kinda get what you mean by biscuits.
Yeah. So like that, and then you put gravy on them, and that's breakfast sausage.
Okay.
Let's see. Where are we at in the chat? Gwenna left out to go to work. Oh, Andy's here. Hello, Andy. Zara popped back in before the sprint ended. Answered the third question, which we will get to. Hello. I don't know how to say your name, but hello. Thank you for joining us. Crystal got more words and more laundry. Awesome. Am I a little stuck on the new series of events in Act 3? Or am a little stuck on a new series of events in Act 3, but slowly making progress. Awesome. Done almost 1,500 words for today. Nice. So now I'm having dinner. Comfort and food don't go together for my life.
That sounds
I don't like
a bit
gravy.
sad.
I know.
If comfort and food don't go together, it sounds sad, at least to me.
Eva doesn't like gravy, and brown sauce is exactly that. Yes.
Okay.
Country gravy, you'd add milk and pepper. Crumbly bread rolls. Savory scones. And Crystal loves biscuits and gravy. I do as well. Now I want biscuits and gravy, but I don't have any. Most foods labeled as comfort foods to me are just very savory meals with lots of broth, and I dislike broth or melted cheese. Okay. Well, yeah, a lot of comfort foods are have a lot of broths or gravies or cheese.
Yeah. I feel like my comfort food is chicken pasta.
Mm.
It's only like 3 ingredients. It's my recipe includes honey marinated chicken,
Mm-hmm.
pasta of any type, and like cream. I don't know what's it in English. Food cream. Like
Like,
not the sweet kind, but the savory kind.
yeah, like Alfredo sauce.
I don't know what's Alfredo sauce. It's not any sauce.
Alfredo.
It's like cream before you whisk it, but it's made for savory foods.
I think it'd be similar.
Okay.
Because basically it's like heavy whipping cream. Sometimes you put cheese in it because Americans and cheese. You put cheese in it and melt it down. Or not melt. Yeah, melt the cheese down and put it over the pasta.
Okay.
So yeah, have some diagnoses. Yes, like a white sauce pasta with some chicken and broccoli, some Brussels sprouts cooked in too much butter and garlic,
Oh,
and
broccoli
bread,
sounds
leftover
good.
bread. Yeah, that's why mine was just like buttered bread and anything I can dip my bread in. It's fine. I love bread. Warm toast with lots of melty butter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, heavy cream or heavy whipping
Yeah, I
cream.
think that's what it's called in English.
Yeah. All right. Oh, question. We went. Forgot I had a question. Um, y'all now know I'm hungry. I'm gonna have spicy chips and dips for lunch. Yum. I
I
still
ate
haven't eaten breakfast.
nacho sheet for lunch.
You ate what for lunch?
Nacho sheet. Again, there's no word in it in English. It's like nachos spread on a baking sheet, or like the tray that goes into the oven,
Uh huh.
and then I put beans and corn and cheese on it.
Okay.
It kind of does.
Okay. Question. My question was, what book, if any, made you want to be a writer? Um, I didn't star the answers. Now I have to scroll back. Do you have an answer for this question, Annika?
I thought about it, and I don't think it was any book in specific, because I've always loved telling stories. It's more about for me. It's more about telling what I want to say. But
Mm-hmm.
if I had to say one book that made me want to write, it would probably have been 112 vihaan itseäni, which translates to 112 I hate myself.
Oh.
And 112 is the emergency number here.
Mm. Nice. For me, again, I've always loved writing since I learned how to write. I started writing stories. Um, so I guess the book that made me want to like be an author and like publish them was The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And that was when I first started writing fantasy. Before that, I was just writing like stories about a girl going through life. But then I kind of switched to fantasy once I read that book in fourth grade, I think. So, yeah.
I think the book I mentioned was for me, it was the book that clarified what I want to write
Mm-hmm.
and what kind of things I want to write.
What kind of stuff do you write? What genres?
I write YA contemporary.
Mm.
Like, kind of slice of life, but a bit heavier.
Okay. Zara says The Golden Compass. Northern Lights outside the U.S. Like right now?
I
think
think...
the book is called Northern Lights. I was like...
Yeah.
Like, I was like, you're looking at the Northern Lights? Okay, got it. Catflaw says not so much one particular book as wanting to give the feeling of how I used to feel disappearing into a book, a feeling seen and friends on the page I wanted to hang with. I like that answer. Eva says the movie, The Never-Ending Story, I watched at age 5 or 6, and new stories were my thing. Nice. Scrolling back down. Now I'm hungry. Me too. Nacho sheet. Sounds much better. Sorry for my American ears. As an 80s child below the poverty line, writing stories was our TV sometimes. That makes sense too.
Yeah.
All right,
Just a
friends.
heads up, we have only 9 minutes until the next stream starts.
Yeah, and we are gonna wrap it up here. The playlist is linked in the description box below if you're not already following the playlist. I don't know what else is in there. The bingo board is in there if you haven't made it your bingo board. I sneezed earlier in the stream. I think that's one of the boxes. Was that?
My bingo board looks like this.
Oh, you drew it in your...
I've almost got a bingo here.
Nice. So yeah, do you want to do an outro and let the people know who you are and where to find you?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Annika, and I write YA contemporary and rarely make videos about writing or something else. My channel is Kaisa Writes, although I'm thinking about changing the name, and my channel is probably linked down below, so you can go check it out. And yeah, you can see me on the next stream, which is break 1, and also on stream 7, 9, 10, and break 3 during this weekend.
Yay. Well, thank you for co-hosting with me.
Thank you for having me.
And my name is Morgan Lee. I'm an indie author, mostly of dark fantasy, kind of sliding into horror. I think those are going to be like my genres. I have 2 books in a dark fantasy trilogy. 3rd book is coming out hopefully, well, sometime in Q2 of this year. And sometimes I post videos on my channel. I'm going to get back to it at some point. But until then, I stream most Saturdays, kind of all day. So follow, like, subscribe to everyone this weekend that you see on the screens or in the chat if you do content. And that's it. So thank you for hanging out with us, and we will see you at the next sprint. So bye-bye. I don't have an outro, so we're just going to wait.
Bye.